It is your girl, The Real Teddy Talks, where I bring you the world according to Teddy. Fun information, facts, good to knows about money, entrepreneurship, taking care of yourself, um, some business ventures I have on the side, government contracting, my transition from the military, various things. So I want to give you tiny nuggets of information so you can use them in your life and grow and blossom in the person that you are meant to be. On this Money Motivation Monday evening, I wanted to talk about two books that I read this year. I've read more than two books, but these two books I kind of travel with. As I said, I live in Egypt, and then I came to the States when COVID kind of ramped up, and I'm headed back to Egypt. But I have these books, so I'm not a book reader. I'm an audiobook listener because I don't feel like I have the time to read like I used to. But I listen to audiobooks like crazy. So the first one is Your Money or Your Life. I listened to this book twice via audiobook, and I also read it. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell how worn this book is. I was dog-earing pages. I know people hate when you dog-ear books, but it's my book. I can do what I want to do with it. Highlighting, putting little clips in there, all that good stuff. This is not a book review. This is just saying, if you really want, and I haven't said my age, but I've been in the military like 23 years. I did join right out of high school, so I've aged myself. You can guess, you can do the math, I assume. But at my age, and I've always been thoughtful about money. I've always been concerned about money. I've always known that money is the key to, I don't want to say happiness because that's not it, not contentment. Don't mix my words. It's the key to living a life that you want to live in a lifestyle you want to live it. Okay, that's what I'll say. I'll probably find a better way to say that on some next week or the week after Money Motivation Monday, but that's the way I'll say it now. It's important. It is important. And for people who don't think money is important in their life, okay, we'll just agree to disagree. But I've always been a saver. I've always been a planner. But through phases of my life, I've always found better ways to do it. I thought I was doing something good, then I find out I could have been doing it better or could have been doing it differently. So Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin just makes you reflect on your relationship with money, right? Like I heard this one guy, I can't think of his name, but he talks about how from the time of birth till 7, you're programmed. Like that is your program. If you're a computer, if you want to use that analogy, then those 7 years are your program. So you have to figure out what your program is with money. Some people were around a lot of it. Some people weren't around any of it. Some people's parents were horrible spenders. Some people's parents never talked about money, never shared with them budgeting, how they kept money, how they spend money, how they use money, how money can grow, how money can be used to grow credit and used for capital and all of that stuff, right? And some people think that they're just not smart enough to understand money, and that's a lie. But this book will evaluate your relationship with money, and I encourage you to read it. I encourage you or listen to it. And one trick I do when I'm short on time is if the narrator speaks at a normal tone, and as you can tell, I speak generally pretty fast. I listen to books on 1.25 speed, sometimes 1.5 speed. So to get through it, you know what I mean? I as long as I can hear the words and decipher each word, then I can listen to it at a faster pace. I do podcasts the same way. So it has you evaluate your beginnings with money and how to move forward with it. And it really gives you some honest exercise that you have to really reflect on yourself about and challenge yourself to determine your relationship with money, and then you move forward from there. So highly, highly recommend it. It's a book I will keep forever and probably read every time I feel myself slipping, and we slip, right? We slip sometimes. So you get comfortable, you get a raise, you get a new job, you pay off some bills, whatever the case, and you have an influx of cash you didn't have before, and you got to keep yourself honest. honest. And on that same grain, the second book on this Money Motivation Monday is Invested by Danielle Town and Phil Town. Danielle Town is one who wrote it. Phil Town is her father. It's a book about investing via the way described by Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett. I have been investing in the stock market only for about, I say only like 15 years. And I wish I would have started earlier. Like 20 years ago, I actually had an opportunity to invest. But it wasn't as easy as it is now. Like, Scottrade and Fidelity and was Ameritrade. Those things weren't, even if they were around, and I don't remember if they were around, they are not like they are today. They were not, the ease of investing wasn't the same. But I had a roommate at the time when I just joined the Air Force, actually, and he was trying to get me to buy some stock in Sun Microsystems. And the reason he chose Sun Microsystems is because the job I was doing, we were working on those computers. As I watched that stock grow, had I really went through it and invested a lot of money, I could have made a lot of money. But again, I don't do shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but I do reflect on that. So this Invested book, it's a 12-month plan to financial freedom by investing in the stock market. If you're looking and figuring out how to invest, if you already invest in the stock market, but you don't have a strategy, you don't have a plan, you don't really understand the financial prospectus and documents that these companies put out, you don't know how to choose a good company, you don't know how to handle your emotional attachment to the stock market. Especially like during times like COVID, if you were investing during 2008, during the crash, whatever that case may be, this really gives you a good strategy. And the biggest nugget of information I took from it is that exit plan. I've mentioned that in a couple videos back. I don't remember what the video is about, but it's used at different points in my life. When I get into something, I have the exit plan in mind. Not like marriage, right? Because I plan to stay married forever. But when you're investing your money, Bitcoin, that's what it was. I was talking about cryptocurrency. You guys know I talk about that too. You got to have your exit plan. And this really helps you develop your exit strategy, and it helps you implement it no matter what. And it helps you be emotionally intelligent enough to figure out and handle it. So those are my two books for this Money Motivation Monday. If you ever want me to go into more depth and break them down, I would be more than happy to. The Invested book is another one that I've listened to twice. I haven't actually read it twice, but on this 13-hour flight I'm about to get on at the end of the week, I will have it in my hand and I will thumb through it and make sure that I'm implementing my strategy the way I hope to do it. So again, as always, if you like the video, please subscribe if you want to hear more. I have a themed week. So I do Money Motivation Monday. Tomorrow is Transition Tuesday, where I discuss my transition out of the military, but really how to help you deal with any transitions in your life. This coming Wednesday is Health is Wealth Wednesday, Entrepreneurship Thursday, Freestyle Friday, where I get to talk about whatever I want, whatever's on my mind. Even though I don't need a special Friday to do that, I will talk about what's on my mind anyway, but I want to provide you value, right? And then Saturday is GovCon Saturday, and if you didn't catch my video that I posted earlier today, but it was a Sunday video, it was Soul Searching Sunday. So subscribe, like, or don't like. Tell me things you may want to hear, ways I can improve, and give you some nuggets of information that you wish you had. And I'll see you back here. Take care. Listen.